Welcome back to the channel, lads and ladies, and welcome back to QWERTY's. This is another replay that he just sent in, and a few things before we get into the meat of this replay. First off, it's always an adventure when there is an update to War Thunder or to NVIDIA, my graphics drivers. First off, my graphics drivers do not automatically download and install. I have to manually do that, and that means that I will just find out that my recording software doesn't work anymore. Add to that the fact that there are things that are constantly changing whether or not Shadowplay works in War Thunder specifically. In fact, the UI for the NVIDIA interface overlay in War Thunder has been borked on my computer for a long time, and I suspect it's a War Thunder thing because it works outside of War Thunder. My daughter is trying to inform me that cookies are a thing. Ladies and gentlemen, the digital cookie, still exciting to toddlers worldwide. So I'm not super stoked about the general reliability of my recording software, and that has to do with the fact that War Thunder and and Shadowplay don't always play together nicely, and well, there's nothing I can do about that. And what that means is that to make a long story finally wrap up and be done with, I'm using OBS Studio to record right now, and that means the audio quality is going to be a little bit lower than I prefer, and I'm going to have a few less options with editing, but that is just the way it's going to be. So my apologies, not really anything I can do about that, but we'll do it live. I like to use OBS for live stuff. It works well for me, but the built-in Shadowplay recording suite that I get through NVIDIA tends to work fantastically for War Thunder, especially for high quality audio and video in the game. But as I mentioned, the plugins just aren't working so well with the last few updates to War Thunder, and since some of the easy anti-cheat updates, the overlay is just completely not working at all. So that is what it is. Now, what is working effectively, as you can see here, the Sherman 105, one of the strongest vehicles in the game at its battle rating, with a fantastic heat round that only lacks in muzzle velocity. Everything else fantastibar. Now, you don't get the gun handling that you're used to out of the Sherman 105, as you can see with this long dong bobbing around, or should I say girthy. It's not quite as lengthy as some of the cannons you can find on American tanks, but with a 105 howitzer, it's really all about that thickness, isn't it? Okay. I will move on. QWERTY's, with a quick 4 kills and some potential foes that he passes up on. A tank trap, it appears, or sorry, an infantry trap, eating his heat round as he gets borked hard by a Panzer IV F2, the beginning of German dominance in the game. And we should be seeing a reload on his main gun, but that doesn't seem to be showing up in the replay. Either that or he really is incapable of reloading the gun, but I think it's a replay bug. Pushing the enemy up against the wall and going full-on aggressive senpai. My goodness, senpai, when you when you wall hug me like that, I can't be held responsible for what happens to your heat round. Anyway, sorry. It's early. I've drank an energy drink. I'm back on the monster and jerky diet. I decided that I need to lose a few pounds, so I'm being a little bit weird. My apologies. I've been a little bit stressed out the past few days, and I've been playing some Fallout 4, and enjoying my gaming experience, but I haven't had a chance to really connect with you all the way that I like to do. QWERTY's continuing to dominate here, and yet in something of a sticky situation. Now he has to rely on the powerful defensive abilities of the Sherman 105, which are on full display here, taking down a Wish.com Sherman with a single shot into its crew compartment, showing that the added armor penetration effect you get out of the 105 howitzer can sometimes make up for the gun's relatively poor handling capabilities, even at the same battle rating. And of course, the 105 Sherman has a significantly lower battle rating than the standard Shermans that you can face. So, QWERTY's, with his first death in the match and already up to 6 kills, the 105 Sherman showing its power, and yet QWERTY's was just in a position where his team was not able to pull him out of the fire as he got focused down by a series of enemy vehicles. Now in the M3 Lee, or is it the Grant, or is it just the M3 Medium? I'll leave that up to you. But don't take this tank for granted. It might be an antiquated design with its riveted armor and its male sponson and its small caliber high velocity turret, but all of those things against it still don't negate the power it can have in the game of War Thunder. The armor, not terrible as demonstrated against that Italian 20mm baby tank destroyer, and the multiple gun arrangement in the right hands. Very capable, very powerful. The M3 Lee, unlike the Sherman 105, which is notorious for its power, is something of a hidden gem to those who know how to play it to its strengths and avoid situations where your rather glaring weaknesses in terms of versatility and mobility and firing arc for your guns. If you can avoid those issues, it can be a very interesting, fun, entertaining, unique, odd, derpy, and rewarding vehicle. Did I use enough tags there? Anyway, I have been... I don't know. I don't know what to say. I have been... Busy is not really the term. I'm always busy. Tired, I'm always tired. But I've been loving life, and I have been facing some stressful situations as well, and I feel I've been facing them well. I usually feel like a man-child running around in an adult creaky body. It's a little bit more broken than I want it to be, and not really ever growing up. But then sometimes I have to admit that I've learned to deal with some situations a lot better than I have in the past. When to stick up for myself, when to forget about myself and realize it's not about me, and when to weigh all the options and decide what is best because it's best, and not necessarily because it's easiest or the least confrontational thing. What am I talking about? It doesn't matter. But it's nice to be back in the game of War Thunder, watching someone else play the game. That's by far the least stressful. See, the fact that that 75 didn't go through the mantlet of the Panzer IV F2 because it hit the one part where the 50 mils overlaps the 50 mils and the pudding, it doesn't bother me because I'm not the one who's dying. Thank you, QWERTY's, for putting me in this position. And, of course, the position that QWERTY's is in now is with 10 kills and back in his spawn, thankfully, and uncharacteristically. The spawn is not being camped yet. This is one of the few matches I've seen on this map where we're almost 11 minutes in and nobody is spawn camping on either side. Wow, that's almost enough to make you think this map design actually works. It doesn't, but this match has been a great demonstration of this map actually functioning very well. And I actually like this map, but spawn camping and the temptation to camp spawn is a serious issue with this map that just comes with the territory. And speaking of coming with the territory, War Thunder is definitely one of those games that you can love and hate. You can definitely get sick of the game after a while, and I haven't gotten to that point lately, but I decided to try playing a few other games just for fun, and I actually picked up Fallout 4 on sale for I think around $10, which is a great price for Fallout 4 plus all of the premium DLC expansion packs. Qwerty's, I love your turret face, man. Aw, jeez. And I've been getting back into playing Fallout 4. I watched Tiger Frost. I watched some of Tiger Frost's new LP, new Let's Play series of Fallout 4, and I found that entertaining. I really like to just chill and watch somebody else play a game for a while, a la Qwerty's here, and get another view on it, a relaxed view, if you will. I find that I learn more from watching other people than I do from paying attention to what I'm doing, although I'm dedicated to that as well. One thing at a time, Toshio, one thing at a time. And all of that is to say, oh good, the back of a tank destroyer. All of that is to say that I've been enjoying Fallout 4 in my own playthrough. I've been just relaxing and not really recording much, which is pretty rare for me these days. And I have also been working on some Fallout 4 memes. I've had some great funny moments in Fallout, and it's so cool now that I make videos that I can share that with you all. So I have a few Fallout memes up on the page, but most of those are going unlisted, and I put links to a lot of them in the Discord, so feel free to join the Discord, link in the description below if you're looking to submit some War Thunder replays. I'd love to feature you on the channel. Qwerty's is not the only person that's allowed to send me replays, contrary to the evidence. And also, if you'd like to see some of these Fallout memes that I've been working on, this is just for funsies. You know, this is just one of my ways that I enjoy connecting with you guys and playing the games that I love. Oh my goodness, that dang flank shut down by the one German who was watching his rear. That is truly disappointing. That was such a tree ripe for the picking. You can see Qwerty's getting all excited. This could have been a 16 or a 17 kill game, maybe a 20 kill game. How many are we going to get now? He's up to 14 as a fire he set takes down an enemy fire-breathing mermaid on the back of his tank, pulling through for the extra fire damage. Ha! It's a Tiger. Qwerty's, that is a very clever decal you have there. That is fantastic. I'm so glad I noticed that. Why is that not in the thumbnail? Let's go ahead and remedy that real quick. So, thumbnail material, yay. Okay. Alright, all of that finished up. What else is there to say? Qwerty's has just given us some great background gameplay for me to catch up with you guys a little bit. And Qwerty's, I do appreciate all the replays you send me so I can play a little bit less of War Thunder and still feel connected with the game. I do really enjoy this game, and I'm looking forward to spending more money on it when the next major update comes out. Looks like the Swedish are coming, so that's going to be a meatball of a time to research. Sorry, that pun was a little bit forced, I know, but it's going to take a lot to move Sweden out of its neutral position anyway. Yeah, that was bad. Not even like, well, anyway, I should just So Fallout 4 memes coming in the future. But what else? I'm really looking forward to getting back into War Thunder. Taking little breaks like this is really good for me, and I just can't. I literally cannot play as much War Thunder as I used to because my girls need me more often. And as you all may already be aware, I have a third child on the way. My wife is pregnant, and it's so exciting that we're gonna have 3 kids, and I'll probably die of exhaustion and joy. I'm super excited. There's so many things in life that you can pour yourself into. War Thunder is a prime example of one of those things that you can pour your passion, your finances, and your time into, and really, I mean, honestly, you're not gonna grow beyond yourself just by playing this game. Now, you can make some awesome connections with people, which is like, it's how I keep convincing myself that I haven't been wasting my life. But man, to raise another human being, there is nothing on this planet more valuable than people. And to have a kid who is a person that I'm allowed to just completely pour my life into and love all the time, and my daughter is just mindlessly pasting down these decals on her painting game because they make a little like honky honk sound, and she is zoned out so hard right now. She's getting sleepy. But just watching a person like develop and grow and live because you're taking care of them, and then piece by piece, bit by bit, day by day, they learn to do more things for themselves. It's incredible. The module research and unlock cost is ludicrously high on human beings, but the rewards are fantastic. QWERTY's now in a, well, it's getting into a turn fight with what appears to be either a one of those HE fighters or a BF-109. I can't quite tell. Looks like it might be a 109. And the 109 definitely has him on energy. Only chance now is to beat him in the turn at slow speed, and he's not going to do it. Now would be a good time to try and exit the dogfight. Flaps are out, energy low. Never mind, we got too much drag. It's got to be a turn. QWERTY's getting just enough separation to try and go for the turn inside on this enemy, but he only has a moment to fire, and that not enough. The flaps of the Corsair flying off from bullets and well, the effect of drag on the flaps of a Corsair in the game of War Thunder is they just get torn from the plane. Yeah, okay. Corsair flaps tear pretty easily outside of the combat flaps setting or extremely low speed, but they're very aggressive. The Corsair is a fantastic fighter in the right hands, and QWERTY's certainly does have some ability. He is more at home in ground vehicles, but he was just in a bad situation from the start, and the fact that he's survived up to this point is a testament to his good tactical decision making. But he is basically falling out of the sky now with heavy damage to his airframe and moderate damage to his engine as the match winds to a close. For a loss, but a win in terms of impact on the battlefield. Well done, QWERTY's, and I hope you all are all encouraged. I hope you all are encouraged to send in your own replays and to join the Discord. Again, link in the description below. Catch you guys in the next video. Yes, Cuppy, say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody.